Remember, we studied them 2 by 2. We studied 6 and 9 together because it's about the same vice, okay, impurity. But number 6 is in action. 9th is in thought. The 7th and the 10th commandment is exactly the same. Commandment number 7, it's an action, the fact of stealing. And number 10 is desiring, okay, to steal. So 1 is an action, 1 is in mind. That's why it goes together. What is the 7th commandment? You shall not steal. What does the 7th commandment oblige you to do? To respect the property of others. It's easy to understand, we respect. This car is not my car, so I don't throw stones on this car. Okay? I respect, it's not mine. These 2 mandazis that are on my neighbor's table, they belong to him. They have been most probably baked by him or by her. So I will not eat them. They belong to her, so I will not even touch them. What is meant by stealing? It is to take anything which does not belong to you and which the owner is not willing to give you. So it's very easy to understand. This phone, this racket of badminton that are there, they are for the student. Maybe a Facebook will come and take it and go home with it. That's stealing, okay. And first of all, it doesn't belong to the thief, and number 2, we are not willing to give it to the thief because it's for the student. What sins does stealing include? Number 1, robbery and burglary. We will explain them. Number 2, graft, bribes, and embezzlement. So the bribes, you know what it is, especially we know what it is in Kenya, bribes. Number 3, cheating and fraud. Number 4, not paying bills, taxes, and debts. It is if we rent a house, we have to pay rent. Yeah. And if we don't do it, and then we can do it, it's against the 7th commandment. It's unjust. Number 5, not supporting your family when you are in a position to, of course. Number 6, damaging the property of others. So here you are not taking, you are destroying. It's also against the 7th commandment. Number 7, wasting time or materials on your job. You are supposed to do a work somewhere in an office, but instead of doing the work, you are on Instagram or Facebook the full day. Okay. So you are at your workplace, but you are not working, and so you are wasting time, and therefore you are stealing time to your employers. Not giving employees a just wage. So now it's on the side of the employers. You should give a good salary, and you are not doing it. What kind of sin is it to steal? Stealing something expensive is a mortal sin. Stealing something cheap is a venial sin. So what is expensive? For example, to steal a car, it's a mortal sin. Okay. To steal an iPhone 16, it's a mortal sin. Okay. But to steal 20 shillings, it's a venial sin. To steal a mandazi, it's a venial sin. It's cheap, it's little. Okay. I think in Nairobi, correct me if I'm wrong, but many people, they don't, every day they can gain maybe 1,000 shillings in a day, maximum. In a day, 1,000 shillings. Sometimes we gain less. Okay. So if you steal 1,000 shillings, it's more than a day. The salary for one day. I think it could be a mortal sin to steal 1,000 because you are taking the salary of one day to one person. It's a lot. It's a lot. So to steal something expensive is a mortal sin. To steal something cheap is a venial sin. Are you ever allowed to keep stolen goods? So once you have stolen, can you keep that with you? Of course, no. You have to give back to the person from whom they were stolen. Okay? If you steal to me, don't give back the car to your sister. Okay? Because it doesn't make sense. You give back to who you have stolen to. whether you stole them yourself or got them from somebody else. The object has to go back to its owner. No matter how small the theft, silverware, ashtrays, towels, you must give it back. Okay. Even if it is 20 bob, you have to give back. Even if it is, because the problem is if it is a mandazi, something like food, it's difficult to give back. You have eaten it. Okay. But if you steal a lollipop to your sister, you eat it, but you have to give her back another lollipop tomorrow. Okay. It's very easy. Give back what you have taken. What must you do if you cannot find the owner? Maybe he died or she died, and you would like to give back. Or he traveled very, very far and you will never see him again. Give the stolen goods to charity or give a comparable amount of money. Yeah. So if you have stolen, for example, 2,000 shillings to someone and the person has died, you cannot give back the money. And maybe this person doesn't even have a family. So what do you do with this money? You cannot give it back to the owner. But at the same time, you cannot keep it with you. So what do? You give it to the poor. Okay. But you cannot keep with you what you have acquired in an unfair way. Give it to the poor. Go to an orphanage and give it to the director of that place. You see someone who needs to pay rent, and in Kawangware there are so many people like that. Help them to pay rent. You give it to the poor. You can give it to a charity, to a church. Give to the Catholic Church, of course. Don't give to the Hindu. Don't give to the Muslim. What must you do if you damage someone's property? So you must pay for the damage. So now it's not about stealing. Now it's about damaging. You play football and you shoot very strongly somewhere and you break a window. What do? You run away? Are you going to apologize? Okay, if someone is waiting for you with a gun, maybe you have to save your life. But if you break this window, you have to fulfill justice. It's your fault if it is broken, so you have to repair. So most of the time we need to pay for the damage or else be guilty of sin. For the sin to be mortal, you need to do it willingly and intentionally. I will break his car because I hate him. Okay, this is mortal sin. But if you just break a window out of bad luck with your ball, it's not a mortal sin. Yet you need to repair. Okay, we need to fix this problem. Because you are a child, most probably it's your parents who will pay for you. Okay. But still, we should apologize and not run away. If I break something, I should replace it. Don't run away. I remember it's one of my best friend actually. He told me a story one year. It was a long time ago. He had made with his brothers a kind of chariot, and there was the road was going down like that, and he was in it, and he was going very quickly. The problem is he didn't have a brake, so they ended up entering in a shop and breaking the windows at the entrance of the shop. Instead of running away, they went to denounce themselves to the owner, and they apologized. They said, "I'm sorry, I'm the one who broke your window." And the person was mad. But at the same time, there were some guest customers in the shop, and when they saw how the boys were honest, the boys, they just said, "We will pay for you." And so they didn't have to pay. They apologized. They were ready to do what they can to repair. Of course, they were children; they could not have paid, but the clients paid because they was amazed to see such honesty in these boys. And it's very good. It was very good. So we need to repair. We need to repair. And it is something that is not known enough. No, sometimes we think we just apologize and it's fine. No, if you do so, we need to repair. We need to pay for the things we commit. If I steal, I give back. If I damage something, if I break something, I replace. It's very important. What should you do with something you find? So, try to find the owner. Okay, try to find the owner. If you take it with you, then now You have to look for the honor if it is possible. Last Wednesday, I went to climb Mount Longonot and on the top glasses. So most probably the honor will never come for it. Most probably. So what do you do? I think I will give them to the next poor I meet. Okay. But those ones are truly lost. But if you think you can find the honor, for example, if you find the fun, I think it's very easy to find the honor. I think it's easy, especially at home. You find 200 shillings on the floor at home. You could just say, who has lost 200 shillings? Instead of keeping quiet and say, oh, God has blessed me with 200 shillings, I will keep it with me. No, you find the honor if you can. It's important. If not, it's stealing. If the article is expensive, then you must spend some money. So this is a special case. I don't imagine someone doing that here. But if you find something expensive, then you must spend some money advertising for him, for it. He has to pay you the money you spent in trying to find him. Let's say you find a very expensive watch, and then you want to find the owner, and you start to advertise that on the social media, and maybe because this person is really looking for it, it will find you very quickly, and you have spent money for advertisement. So when the true owner will come to ask you for the watch, you will tell him, I have spent 1,000 shillings for advertisement. So he will have to pay you, because you helped him. It's a service. But you cannot keep this expensive watch with you because you found it like that. So this is what you do when you find something. Sometimes we find money in the Holy Cross, in the church. Maybe someone who, during collection, the money fell, on the floor. And then there is a child, a very honest child, who comes to see the priest. What do I do with these 200 shillings that I found? We usually tell them, put it in the collection box. It's a small amount of money. We presume it belongs to this. They wanted to give. If you can find the honor, you always give them back. Is gambling a sin? No, it's another sin against the seventh commandment. It is not a sin to gamble if, so it's important. If it is your money, you don't do gambling with the money of your parents. Yeah, that will be stealing. Okay. So first, if you want it not to be a sin, first it has to be your money. 2, you do not thereby deprive your family of the things they need. What do your family need if you are a father of family or a mother of family? We need to pay rent, we need to pay school fees, we need to pay food, we need to pay clothes, to buy some clothes if there is a need, we need to live. And if because you are gambling, you don't have money at the end of the month and you go and beg to the nearest parish for money, it's not okay, there is a problem. You had the money, but you lost, but you used it for gambling and you have lost stupidly all this money. This will be a sin. And last condition, everyone has an equal chance to win. I came to realize, especially here, that it can become a true addiction. You are paid, and the day after you have lost already everything, and you hope so much that you will win this 200 billion shillings that they are promising you. You hope, and you say, maybe I will struggle for 1 year, but one day I will win. One day, and every day you wake up, and one day I will win, and you never win. And these people, they lose their wife because the wife, she cannot continue living with such a man. These people, they lose their money. Their children, they cannot go to school. And you know how CBC can be strict sometimes with admission. If you lose 1 year, 2 years, because of gambling. It's a plague. It's a true addiction. People are destroying their families, destroying their health after they start drinking, and they can even end up in hell at the end of the day. So gambling is not okay. It's not okay. We want to make... the normal way to make money is to work harder. That's how we make money. And to dream that you will gain 200,000 shillings just like that, it's a dream. I think we should not gamble. if you do it once in your life just for fun, you just want to predict that France will win the World Cup this year, and you do it, you gamble just a few coins, it's okay. Because it's your money, it's not a lot, and it's not, and you have a lot of chance to win because it's true, France will win. But the rest of the time, it's just a big danger at the end of the day. What are the duties of employees? Remember, we said that to waste time when you are in your workplace, it's true for all of us, even for us priests, it's true for everybody. To waste time, it's in a way, it's stealing time to God, stealing time to your employers, to your company. What are your duties as an employees? Not to waste time or materials. So materials, so you understand, don't waste them. Okay, take care. If you are a driver, take care of the car you are driving. Take care. And time. If you have to do some work, but you are on Instagram during this time or on YouTube, there is a problem. You are wasting time. That is not okay. To do the job assigned as well as possible. Do it as well. Of course, we have limits. We cannot be the best. We can be the best of the institution, but we can never be perfect. But we should try our best. There is a contract. You promise to give your best to be, and the employers is supposed to give you money. But if you do not work, if you don't give your best, why should we give you the money? No. There is a contract. For justice to be fulfilled, it's not only about the employers giving you the money, it's also about you, about us doing the job. And if we don't do it, then we do not deserve this money. And someone who would really lose hours and hours on his phone or doing other things instead of working, I think this person should practice restitution, should give back to the company, or to give back money, but most of the time it's impossible. Or maybe you could decide to work, to stay, I'm finishing at 6, but today I will work until 7. Okay. Because I have lost my time between 2 and 3. I have done nothing between 2 and 3, so I will stay until 7. That is another way to give back. So you have duties toward the employees, it's justice, but even the employers has duties towards you, and maybe some of us are employers here. So what should you do? You should need to pay your employees at a just wage. So for that we follow the custom of the place, of the country where we are in. Okay. Someone who is working very hard every day, you don't give him 200 shillings at the end of the day. It's not fair. It's unjust. It's cruel even. That is slavery at the end of the day. And I think in Kenya there are many slaves, people who are working very hard for nothing, but they don't have any other choice. They don't have choice, and people are taking advantage of them. That is very, very bad. These employers will have to give an account of all what they have done to God at the end of their life. 2, the employers need to provide for the safety of all employees, especially if you have some risk in your job. You also need to protect them. It's part of your obligation. So this is in a few minutes what we can say about the 7th commandment. We also have the 10th commandment, which is very close to it. What is the 10th commandment is you shall not covet your neighbor's good. So it's not a sin of action, it's a sin of desire. It's in your mind. And it's not the desire like, oh, I wish you see a beautiful car in the street and you, oh, I wish I could have this car. This is not a sin. Okay. You see someone with a nice watch, oh, I wish I could have this watch. It's not a sin. You are allowed to desire what is nice. The sin is you are looking at it, you desire it, and you are planning to take it. Okay. This is sinful. How do you sin against the 10th commandments? By desiring to steal someone else's property and by envy or jealousy. That is, resentment over someone else's good fortune or wishing he did not have it. So it's more than that, it's even a lack of charity. You desire to steal, you are envious, you are jealous, you are sad because he's happy. You have resentment, and you wish he did not have it. I wish this person didn't have this car. I wish it was me instead. I wish I could be the one. Why are we bad with people like that? You understand the difference between to desire something good, like a good car, which is okay, and desire someone to lose his car so that you can have it. This is different, and the second situation is sinful. You can be jealous and envious of someone's beauty, intelligence, holiness, etc., as well as of his or her material goods. Jealousy is also called discontent. So that sin can happen many times. Many times. What kind of sins are jealousy and envy? Usually venial sins, most of the time, unless they involve a serious matter. Then they could be mortal. Remember that temptation is not a sin unless you accept the envious feelings. So if you have a tendency to scruple, remember that it's not because you have seen a nice car and you want it that you have committed a sin. It's not because you are a bit saddish today because you wanted to be the most beautiful and someone is more beautiful than you, and your first reaction is that if you fight it, it's just a temptation. If you reject them, you do a good act and receive more sanctifying grace from God in return. So we have to chase out of our mind these kind of temptations. But we really have to hate the sin of jealousy. Jealousy is a sin of the devil. It's a very bad sin, jealousy. And you understand, you see someone having something you don't have and you feel bad because of it. You feel bad in yourself because he is happy or she is happy. This is deeply not okay. It's not okay. We should be happy with those who are happy. You have something that I don't have, it's good for you, I'm happy for you. Okay. Especially, some people they work hard and they have their salary, and because of their hard work. No, some people have been very serious in school. They didn't lose their time. Then, because they were very hardworking, they got a scholarship. Because they got a scholarship, they went to a good university. Because they went to a good university, they got a good job, and now they have good money. This is justice. They worked for it. They have been serious from the beginning. If at the same time, sometimes it's not serious in school, doesn't do anything, get very strong ease in school, and then he said, "Oh, life is not fair. Why did he get a scholarship and not me?" Because he worked, and you have done nothing. So why are you sad? It's your problem. Don't be sad against him. Be sad for yourself, maybe. Yeah? And now pay the consequence of your sins, of your sin of laziness. We should not be jealous of others. We should be happy with those who are happy and sad with those who are sad. So this is what we can say about 7th and 10th commandments. And sometimes we focus a lot on other sins, maybe impurity or missing mass on Sunday. To steal is, let us not think to steal is a small sin. Even if sin can become to steal can become a true addiction. And I have seen at least one, a true thief. It's an addiction, meaning you cannot prevent yourself of stealing. You get used to it so much that you must steal every day. You must steal. And it's very sad. And these people, they put their life in danger. They can finish in jail. And in fact, this person went to jail, at least for a short time. Sometimes you can even lose faith, because now you need to find money somewhere, and you need to go and steal somewhere else. So if you cannot steal in the Catholic Church, you will go and steal in the Protestant Church. Okay. You will find another victim somewhere else. Let us be careful. We should not get used to it. We should never steal. Bribe, should not bribe. Okay. If the police is asking you for some money, it's not bribe. You are stolen by the police. It's different. So if you have done nothing and the police want your money, what can you do? What can you do? It's not your fault, and it's what is happening often. But we should not bribe. You are condemned to jail because of a very bad sin you have committed. If you pay the police and go out, I heard that in Kenya there was a very dangerous criminal some times back who finally had been taken by the police. and he escaped just because he gave 500 shillings to a policeman, just for 500 shillings. To accept that for the policeman is a very bad thing. In this sense, it's not allowed at all. If you are stolen by the police, it's not your fault. Yes?
I have a question. Since in our country, Kenya, there has been a deep-rooted behavior of corruption in every corner of the country, in every sector. And there have been the corruption and graft work. Then how do we approach them? Since in other instances they approach us and let's say you want to approve, they want to approve for you something. You find someone giving them some money, or even if you have a car or you have something on the road, a means, and then they tell you have this issue with your car, and your car has certain issues. Then you know for the truth you have been servicing your car well. There is nothing that is has worn out. You have repaired it well, but he insists to you must give him, or he takes some.
You change of mechanic.
Yeah.
You find an honest one. So you don't work with him and you don't pay. I think
even by the police on the road, the traffic police, because they insist.
They insist. But it is what I told you. Is you have done everything is okay on your side. You are not guilty, and they force you to give money. This is not bribe. You are stolen. If you can resist, you resist. But if they force you and there is no way you can escape, if they take your money, you are stolen. So you are not the one guilty.
You just give them.
But if you don't have any other choice, and they will take you they take your money unfairly. This is you are stolen. It's not bribe. So bribe will be you have done a very bad thing, but to escape, you give them money to escape. This will be now a bribe, and bribe is bad. And it's true, in each and every corner of the country we have to give bribe. To join the army, you need to pay a lot of money. Everything, everywhere. I think we should fight that. We should fight that because if nobody does anything, it will continue like that for centuries. But at the same time, it's good to look at all the situations. Okay. There are some situations where it's not really a bribe. Okay. You need to look at the situations, and that's why the principle is we should not give bribes. Okay. But now you look at the situation: is it really a bribe? Yes or no? Now we see, and now you can ask for advice for these individual situations. But we should fight this mentality. It's bad. Even in Kenya, it's very difficult to find someone who is willing to help for free. It's very, very difficult. There are some generous people. There are some generous youths who are working for free. They are there, but there are not many, I can tell you. We always think we have to be paid. And that is killing the country. It is killing the country. Someone is helping you, at the end of the day, they come to tell you, where is my money? Did we agree on something? Did I even ask you to come and help me? Where is my money? In France, there are many associations, even the greatest park with drama shows is working because of people who work for free. For free. They don't want to be paid. Of course, they have a job on the side, another job on the side, but they give their time for free, for the country, for the community. And here, I think there is a greed. There is also a need for money, I agree. But people are not ready to help for free, and that is not okay. You ask someone to help you with your car on the side of the road just to light it on because you don't have battery. He wants 700 shillings. You cannot just help for free. It's impossible. It's not okay. There is too much greed, and it will take time before we chase the spirits away. Lesson 41, the 8th commandment. It's a short chapter. It's not difficult to understand. What is the 8th commandment? You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. You shall not lie. What does the 8th commandment oblige you to do? To use the power of speech according to God's plan, that is always to tell the truth. You have been given a mouth by God to say the truth, to give glory to God. Name some of the sins against the 8th commandment. For example, number 1, lying, to lie, or not keeping secrets. You have your best friend telling you, I have to tell you something, but it's a secret, promise me you will not say it. You say, okay. Because you are curious, you say, okay. Then you listen, and then you say, you call immediately after, you send a message to another friend, do you know what she told me? And now you spread the secret. It's a sin against the 8th commandment. Number 2, hurting someone's reputation. Making known the sins of others. You are saying something true, but you should not speak about it. Okay. Yeah. Let's say you have seen that your neighbor has not gone to Mass on Sunday. You don't even know the reason. And now you tell everybody, he's such a pagan. I know he's a Catholic, he's not even going to Mass on Sunday. What kind of person are they? You are destroying people's reputation. We don't have to know the sins they have committed, and we don't have to speak about it. We don't have, unless there is a danger for the society. But here there is no danger. And so we should keep quiet the sins of the other. If you are aware of it, what you should desire is to help this person to be good, but not to destroy the reputation of this person. Number 3, unjust criticism, judging another without sufficient evidence. We call it rash judgment. Judge the other, you don't even know if what you are saying is true or not. It's bad, you are damaging the reputation of others. Gossip, say things against your neighbor. Suspecting another without sufficient evidence. Insult, rash suspicion. And lastly, perjury. We will say what is perjury. Gossip most of the time is you say something true about someone, but detraction now is you are spreading lies about someone. That is worse. They try to spread a lie about someone. To say this, and especially if you say something very grave, and you know it's wrong about someone, it's a mortal sin, and you have to, and we have to repair these things by saying the truth. What kind of sin is it to tell a lie? A lie is most of the time a venial sin, but it can be a mortal sin if it harms someone seriously. If because of your lie someone is losing his job and live in misery, you have committed a mortal sin. But if it is just a common lie, are you the one who took the mandazi on the table? No. Okay. Have you finished your homeworks? No. Yes. And of course you didn't do it. This is a venial sin. But if it's because of your lie, something bad, very bad is happening to someone unfairly, this is a mortal sin. But most of the time lies are venial sin. Are you ever allowed to tell a lie? Never. Never. We can never lie. Even to save your life, you cannot lie. Are you a Catholic? Muslim coming with a knife? No. Are you a Catholic? No, I'm not a Catholic. It's also a sin against faith. You deny your faith in public. You cannot lie to save your life. Never. You cannot do a venial sin to save your life. Because the sin is always bad, and it is never allowed to do something bad in order to reach a good purpose. Never. But it's not forbidden to be intelligent. Okay. You know maybe the story of this saint. I think it was in the UK in the time where they were persecuted by the Anglicans. I think he was a priest. He was running. The police was running after him, and after some time, the saint realized that he didn't have the cassock. Of course, he was hiding. The police is too fast, so he stopped. He went backward, met the police. The police said, "We are looking for this priest." He was the one. And he said, yes, I saw him. He was behind 20 minutes ago. On this road back there 20 minutes ago. And so they went, and he went. It was not a lie. He was truly there 20 minutes ago, but he went backward. So you can be smart. It's allowed to be smart. Sometimes you don't have to speak. There are some people who are asking too many questions. They don't have to know. Why should we? So if they don't have to know, you don't have to answer. But you cannot lie. Don't say anything. What must you do if you have told lies about another? You have to do everything you can to restore his good name and make up any losses he suffered because of your lies. So now you re-establish the truth. You have spoken to Nani and Nani about this person and you lied. You will go and see these two people you spoke to and you say, yesterday I said something wrong, I would like to correct. I would like you to know that this person is not as bad as I said yesterday. We have to do that. And how do you do if you are on the social media now? So many people do it. I heard about a bishop who criticized SSPX one day. It was not a lie, but he was saying bad things about us. And he was told by another bishop, why are you saying that? What you are saying is not true. And this bishop who had posted bad things about SSPX had the humility to correct what he said. And he wrote another message, I would like to apologize for what I said. And he repaired what he said. And maybe he did it out of ignorance. Maybe it's a beautiful act of humility. If you criticize someone on internet, you have to repair where you committed the mistake. It requires a lot of humility. Is it a sin to make known the hidden sins of another? Yes, unless someone else will suffer harm. In such a case, you are obliged to tell the proper authorities. If you see someone in your company who is stealing the company, a lot. I'm not speaking about stealing a bottle of water. I'm speaking of stealing a lot. You cannot keep quiet. So you have to speak not to everybody, but to the right people. First, you will speak to the thief. You will tell him, don't stop now. But if it is not enough, you speak to the boss. If you see someone in your school doing bad things, putting the spirit, the soul, or even the life of other students in danger, you cannot keep quiet. You have to speak about it to the authority, not to everybody, but you have to speak about it. If you see someone who is putting a bomb in the church, you cannot say, oh no, I don't say bad things about the other, so we will all die in peace. No, you will say it, and we remove that bomb. But if there is no danger for the community, don't speak about the other's sin. Don't speak about it. And help them, pray for them so that they can change. Is it a sin to listen to gossip? Not to say, to listen. Yes, because you are cooperating in the sin. It is your duty of charity to defend the reputation of another when he is being attacked. So if you speak and in the middle of the discussion someone starts to gossip, you have different way to react. Or you tell your friend, wait, I'm not interested with your story. Okay? Keep your gossip for yourself. Okay? You correct him. Or you know it's useless, it will not change, so you leave the discussion. You go and speak with someone else. But you don't say, okay, that's interesting, and you listen, and you listen. That you participate to the sin of gossip. Is perjury a sin? Perjury is when you swear to God something, and then, telling a lie after swearing to God. To tell the truth is always a mortal sin. Are you the one who stole that item? No, it's not me. I swear to God, it's not me. And you are the one. This is perjury. You swear to God that you do something and you don't do it, and you even lie in the process. Perjury. A false witness shall not be unpunished, says the book of Proverbs, and he that speaks lies shall perish. So we should not lie. We should be truthful people. Our Lord said in the Gospel, your yes has to be yes and your no has to be a no. Truly. And when you say yes, don't do the opposite just after. So this is what we had to see today. Together, two more chapters, and we are done with the book. We will speak about charity, about fast and abstinence. Now, next week it's Palm Sunday, so we cannot have catechism next week. So no catechism next week. The week after is, in 2 weeks' time, it's Easter. We will not have catechism the day of Easter. And after I'm going to Gabon for 1 big week, and I will be absent the 2 following Sundays again. Okay, the 2 following Sundays. So that is 4 Sundays. And not only me, but even Father Alex is coming with me. So I think it's prudent to stop catechism do a pause of 1 month. Me, I stop, but you don't stop. You can go and with Father Peter in the church, okay, for catechism. So next week, no catechism for nobody, even for the children, even for adults. Easter, no catechism, same. But the 2 coming weeks after Easter, go in the church with Father Peter, okay, so that you can continue learning. And when I come back, I think that should be the 26th of April. We'll finish this book and we'll start again. Okay. So it's not a holiday. Okay. You continue with Father Peter. Let us pray.